Hello guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm back with my last video before I leave excuse me, to go to Paris. So it's going to be a bit of a bits of video. I'm going to be sewing a little bit more on my Jessie Chorley piece, which I think that was on Tuesday. So I'm going to do a bit of that, but I thought I'd show you. I'll zoom it in a little bit. Did a little bit more on the weekend because I had my craft group. Finally, started doing a little bit more of that second part, so you can see where I've done it and where I haven't. It's sort of really gappy there, but it really does make a difference. So use this wool and just stitch around there. I was actually thinking, I can see it pretty well here, but on camera it doesn't seem to show up. I might do a little, like maybe a darker blue, or maybe have it going down a little bit. Still need to do some French knots and some more greenery along there, but I think that's enough for this piece at this point. I'll go back out again. Yeah, still got lots of bits and pieces I need to do. Did a little bit, finished that that thread. It was a long thread. I thought I'll finish it off, so I've still got more beads and bits and pieces to do on that part. But yeah, so this is, I'll probably work on it a little bit before I go, but this is pretty much what I have done. So now, as you can see, is it right out? I think it is right out. No, I want it to be. I've done a little bit more since the first video, so this is what I meant by when I wanted to continue on with the flower. So I continued it on. I'm still going to do some bits and pieces, and I've got a little bits over here that I want to stick down the bottom there. So I'm going to be working on that today. But before I do that, I've got a little bit of show and tell. I thought I haven't done show and tell for a bit. Last week I went to a little antique shop, and she had a few bits and pieces, and I got this. That was really pretty. I like having nice pretty things just to sit things on, and I think it was only like a couple of dollars. So, and it's English, Ainsley. Isn't it pretty? Such a pretty colour. So I have that sitting just up here with me bits and pieces in there. And there was this gorgeous, I think I might have found this in an op shop. I've got my birdhouse quilt that I when I went to Katoomba last year, that I'm working on from Forage. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna probably incorporate that into the quilt. But this, I don't think I'm going to cut up. I just think it's just too cute. You won't be able to see all of it. And being white, it might be glary. But it's got a big bird here, sort of along there. Sort of a... I thought it's just too pretty. I might keep it. Love the stitching on there. So I'll keep this tablecloth. And... bit of sticky tape on there. I think I got it from, I ducked into an op shop, and I'm like, oh, this was a bit of a find. And so, and it had this tablecloth as well as that doily with it, so it was obviously some sort of set. So you'd be happy to know, there you go, isn't that beautiful, that I won't be chopping up the tablecloth. I'll probably actually use it, but I'll probably use that too on my bird thing. So I'm going to stick that in the drawer where that is. And in that antique shop I found a flour sack. I mean, it was pretty dirty, and I've washed it and it's faded a bit, which is a bit annoying, but it was double-sided, so I have washed it, and I've cut up the other side as well, and that it came out, like, as in, not only did, you know, I sprayed it and did all that kind of stuff. So, but I thought I could probably incorporate it in something, and you stitch around it and maybe over the top of it. You won't see that bit as much. I just really liked it. The old flower sacks are quite lovely. It's in Australia and Victoria, but yeah, well, it's really annoying when you're obviously not a very permanent ink. And also I got this, it was so cute, this little girl's top, and it's not real big. I got this from an antique shop, you know, like it's quite old, and it had some stains. Once again, tried to soak it. There's must be some sort of thing. Look, it's a bit of rust. It's got mother of pearl buttons. So what I was thinking, Anne Brooks with her wobble gob, she was you know, stitching on pieces of you know, like clothes and stuff, and I thought, I've got that one and this one, and I thought it'd be nice to you know, because it's only a little girl's one, and I might work on it, something that I might do when I get back, or just a project. May exchange these buttons out for mother of pearl. On the top there, if I iron that out, probably iron it out and maybe stitch it down and put some nice mother of pearl buttons on there. But I can hang them, both of them, up on the wall. I think that will look really cute. So yeah, I think it's just a little kid's shirt, but I just thought it was really nice, not too big. So there you go. So I thought that's some little bits and pieces that I've had for a little bit and grabbed along the way. So where are we? Yeah, so I'm still I've done, you know, quite a bit since I saw you last with it. The other one was mainly starting it. You know, I've managed to sew that down. I quite like that. And then yeah, that's being hand sewn here, and because it's got that dark bit there, I just stuck to doing just the line. So I'm going to do some seed stitch and everything in there just to incorporate it, but I've only got a couple left, so I'll work on that. And yeah, I just thought rather than doing another journal of stitchery, because I'm pretty much done with that, I'll do a second part of this to show you where I'm coming along. And I've got another project that I've started in the month of May, which I'm taking with me. So when you get back, you'll see me, you know, the stitch parts of that, and then I'll also, you know, show. I'll work a little bit more on this because this needs to be done before August, I think. So I've got to finish it and send her a finished photo, so that I might, in the hopes of win People's Choice. That would be nice, but I mean, I didn't do it for that, but you know, it's always a bonus. Now, so I'm just going to do a backing stitch here. I just used the wool for on the top of that, and then this one I'm using a backing stitch. I've got the wool in there. Quite like Jessie Chorley's pieces, they're rather lovely. So and then I've got all these bits and pieces which I've got on the side here that I want to do on the bottom, just to, you know, put a bit more interest. Okay, do I jump across and leave a bit of a gap? That'll do. You don't see it. Okay, so it's going to be turned into a quilt. I'm actually got some fabric and everything. Yeah, so Yeah, so by the time you see this, which is going to be the Saturday morning, I'm off on my trip tomorrow. So for the month of May, you only get one video per week. So I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it is, because I've had to do a lot of pre-work on my vintage sewing. So I've done that one, and then I've got that other project, and yeah. Okay, now I think that's it for that. I'm sure I'm probably going to use more of this wool, I think, on the outside, on those crosses and stuff. Yeah. So I like that. What I'm going to do, I might plug in my iron and give it a bit of an iron. There we go, beep, beep, beep. And work on putting bits and pieces down here. So I've still got a stitch down here, and on here I don't know whether I'm going to continue. I can see the design underneath, because it's sort of like a moon but a sun. So I'm just going to probably, in the light cream, I'm thinking this cream here, I'm just going to do a running stitch, so it sort of doesn't stand out too much, but it's still there. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do. Just stitch it down in the cream. That'd be nice. This is that's the vintage box of stuff that I got. It's such beautiful fabric thread to use. It's really nice. Now, using some of my old threads. This is an old one that I got too. It just seemed to be just the right colour. Okay, I think my thing's heated up a bit. Just give it a bit of an iron, I think. Got my little iron thing underneath it. Iron that down here. Yeah, it's mainly where I need it. Be careful. Got to be careful with my iron after my kerfuffle of putting it on the pen. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'll have it up a little bit there. So what I want to do, I think this needs a bit of an iron, some of this fabric. Now these are the bits and pieces that were in the pack that I got from Jessie, which I used that. This was in it as well, that flower. So I'm just going to see, yep, it's sort of up a bit higher. So I'm going to do some threads, and how are we going to go? I've got this piece too, and I thought this is I think my French vintage finds that I got from Forage a few years ago, I think. And I'm thinking, if I'm not, when am I going to use this? It'll be in this. Thinking maybe underneath. So I don't know, because I thought I've only just got that little piece left. This is probably going to be where I use it, so I might use it on the bottom there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, sort of got a little bit of a layout of bits and pieces that I want to do. So I'll grab me little glue stick, stick that down. There we go. And then this is some of the bit that I had left over, is it? Yep. Then I used on my little squirrel and bunny. So I'm going to put that there, have it up a little higher so it's not blocking that. Then just wanted to incorporate some of the bits and pieces that I was using up there. There we go, where did that? And this, oop, don't want such globby pieces, which I end up getting anyway. There's this cute little bird that I'm using on another project that I'm doing, and there was this, I think that was a designer label thing. I might put this, that's going to go there. Do I put it under or over? I think under. Then he's going to go there, and this one I wasn't going to put it in, but I really like it. Like, when am I going to use this big beast? It's huge. So the colour is just really good, so I was thinking of putting it right in, and then maybe even putting that over the top so you don't see that little hole. Okay. Where did I have it? And I had this there, or I can put that there. No, I like it there. So yeah, she is a big girl, but actually I might leave it so you can have that, and then I'll put a button on there, I think. So that's just left over from this. So there we go. Bit of, put that in there. Have it so it's not quite sitting on it. And then I got these pieces from Melanie, the textile lady in Melbourne. Might go over the top. They're reclaimed textiles, so, and there, which is the right way. So these are just so it sits there. There we go. I think that looks rather cute. And got the bits and pieces. So that was from Jessie Chorley's pack, and so was this, and so was that. So have it sitting down. So I'm going to come in with some thread and just tack that down. Now I can show you the layout that I want to do with this, but I don't know whether I'm going to put it down just yet. So I've got, this was another piece from Jessie, got that, and I've got, see, it's from a shirt. Now I got this from a that was a piece that I used on my journal stitch with the Get Down the Garden Path, and I'm umming and ahhing whether I put that on there. I'll see. So that's going to go there, and I'm going to put that there, and just to blend that in, I've got that on some Palazzo Fix, and that's going to go there and there. So I'll do a like a stem stitch. I think that looks rather cute. So there you go. Just look, what does it look like to you guys? Yeah, that's nice. And then so I'm going to do the stitching, and I've got a border I'll probably leave a bit of a gap, and then I'm going to get some fabric and go around there. So this may fit down on the bottom there. I might just put it there. I think that looks cute, but this bit's got this rusty bit on there, so maybe I might cut that off and then have it just sitting under there like that. So there you go. Well, so I'll proceed to stitch down that, and then I'll come back and do this another time. But that's the consensus of that part. So move this over and maybe you know, just stitch that down. I might zoom in. Okay, had someone trying to call me. Got all these suspected spam all the time, drives you nuts. Now, I wonder if that might work. And oh yeah, got this as well. Some of my threads. So that's going to be, I'm just going to be stitching it down for now. So I'll put that up a little higher. There we go. Now, where's my thin thread? So, use some of this. So I'm going to stitch down those with the just a normal thread. Okay. Definitely adds a little bit of interest. I like her designs and everything like that, but she does a lot more embroidery and all that kind of stuff. I really like adding bits and pieces to it, to just to give it a bit more colour. And that's the whole point, I think, of the designer's choice. It's different to what she does. So just get in there with the thread, come through a few pieces. Yeah, I quite enjoy doing this. I find it quite relaxing, working with the colour and, you know, working with a designer that you admire. I might get a few pins. I want it to stay down, not go anywhere. Sorry, pinning the bird. Okay, maybe one on the top, just here, so it doesn't move. I mean, they're probably going to get in the way and be really annoying, but oh well. Okay. Yeah, you can tell I'm filming this earlier in the week. You're seeing this on Saturday, so I've got plenty of bits and pieces that you need to do before you go. I tell you, there's so much to organise because I'm such a newbie traveller, you know, and got to get this, got to get that. And then when you tell people you're going and, you know, like you're a newbie, everyone gives their 2 cents worth. I tell you, good grief. I said, you know, I've been knowing that I've been going to be doing this for nearly, you know, just a little bit over, well, under a year. So I've really done my homework, and I'm, you know, prepaid and pre-booked and done all that sort of stuff beforehand. Oh, there goes me. That's the sound of the china. Does that sound nice? If you're going to have a ping, you might as well have a pretty ping. So, yeah, so organising, I even organised the taxi to pick me up from the airport in Paris because I'm on my own, and I don't speak French. I thought I want something that I'm just going to be able to go there and they can pick me up and that's all good. Now, I'll learn the basic bits and pieces you need to learn to be polite in French society. But because I'm going to be in a group of other ladies, it won't be as bad. It's just that initial thing when you first get into the country and you know you're a bit overwhelmed, you don't really know where to go. So yeah. And Corinne, Marianne, and I can't remember her daughter's name, they're all going to be really lovely because I was telling Corinne I was a bit worried about when I first get there. They're coming from where they are because she gets there a little bit earlier than I do, and meeting me at the in front of my hotel. Isn't she lovely? So nice. So we're probably just going to go out for lunch or do a little bit of stuff locally because I get there at 8:30 in the morning and I can't get into my room until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's so annoying. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? You can store your luggage, but I thought, and I'm going to be so tired. I just know. I said, geez, the first time I meet Corinne in person, I'm going to not be the best. I'll be all looking dishevelled from 20-something hours of travelling and feeling really cranky, and all I want to do is go to sleep. But the adrenaline will kick in because I'm in Paris. So, and, have my friends to come and say hello and, yeah. Okay. So that should be good. I thought that was really, really nice of Corinne to offer to do that for me. She's a sweetie. Okay. Because of her business, she's done a lot more travelling than what I've done, so she's a little bit more confident. Okay. Ugh. Now, this, as you can tell, this is a vintage piece. Look at this, but that adds to the character of it all, doesn't it? It's all been cut up. Hold that down. I'll have to go back over that. Okay. Now, yeah, any trouble. Okay, oh sorry, concentrating, not really talking that much, but I want to get it down. I don't want it to unravel on me. I'm wondering whether I just go straight up here and maybe hold this guy down. Probably. There we go. Like this lends itself to have like a little bead or something in that little hole. So I might see if I can find something, because we're going to make this a little bit more of a fancier piece. So, okay. Every time I think of like this Jessie Chorley stuff. I've got my you know, my story in textiles, and I've used a few Jessie smaller pieces in that. And I think it just makes you think, oh, so many things that I need to finish off before starting some new projects. But that's our story, isn't it? Always thinking of something bigger and better. Like I've got all my my kits and my designs and everything all done. They're all up in the corner over there for next year's project, for the whole year. It's a 12-month project, and already done, which is great. But then I'm like, what next? You know, so I've got to wait until next year before, you know, they get done. I'm probably going to do a little bit beforehand, so I'll probably have maybe the first 3 months ready to go as a bit of an example. But sort of a bit like what I'm doing with my vintage sewing. You know, I had organised it and planned this out, like, you know, last year, and that finishes in September this year. So I've got 3 more. I've done them up until the ribbon embroidery, so I haven't even got 3 more left that I still need to do. So yeah, that's how it goes. Keep ourselves very busy. But the May one, which is what I really like, which is next month while I'm gone, I pre-recorded. That's the vintage sewing collage thing, and it's beautiful. I really enjoyed doing that one. It was something a little bit different, and because, you know, you've got all these little antique-y, vintagey pieces that I've collected, like a buckle and a beautiful collar, and yeah, it's a really I think you will enjoy creating that one. Well, because I did. Yeah, sort of like bit what Anne Brooks calls like a breather page. Still a technique, and you're learning bits and pieces, but it's more of a you know, the vintage sewing page. Now, so that's down. I'm wondering, yeah, that works. Just have a little bit of that to sew that down. So this is more of a sit and sew with Sue's video. I think my first one I put in that playlist for this. Yeah, sit with Sue's. So okay. Oh, your fingers are all sticky and you just can't make a knot because it's quite fine. There we go. Okay. Now you think it wouldn't go, but then when you put it next to it, it actually works all right. So, oop, you stay over there. Now, actually, I'll just start it here. So what I might do, I don't know how long the video's been going for. I'll sit around that. Yep, 33 minutes. Do a little bit more yapping, and then I'll turn it off and say goodbye in person. Doing latest videos for a month. I return in June the 2nd. So, and apparently, because my sister is very well travelled, it's easier, you know, getting used to the time difference when you go from here to overseas. But then when you come back, she said it takes her nearly a week. Everyone's different. So yeah, so I don't know how I'll go with the jet lag, but I've actually got videos up. That's the log cabin. So I've already pre-recorded and they're scheduled to go up in June for that very reason, because I thought I just don't know how I'm going to feel when I get back. Probably super excited. I'll definitely be having a show and tell video. That'll be nice. And I'm going to do a little bit of recording. And do recording, take plenty of photos. And I'm going to get my son, who's promised me whether it happens or not, to put together because he's an editor, and my idea of editing is just pressing pause. I don't really do the editing thing. He's going to hopefully, have about a half an hour worth video of pictures and, some recording and all that of my trip, which will be nice for you guys to see, but it'll be a really nice keepsake. So there you go, my one professionally done video. Oh, that's funny. But he lives I'm in Ballarat, which is about an hour and a bit out of Melbourne, and that's sort of the rural, even though it's a city of Ballarat, we're in the country. He lives about 2 and a bit hours away, but I can send him the videos online. Everything's done online. So, yeah. But I'll have to be on him, I tell you. I'll have to say, look, here's the videos. You really need to do it. I tried to get him to do like a video up for me for my 50th, but that never panned out. Before long, my 50th come up and I hadn't had a video. So I really want him to do it, because you got to do it. When I was thinking of sending him the videos via email every time I have a couple, because there'll be little snippets of 3 minutes here, a couple of minutes there, and which I'm going to all put together. So yes, it should be exciting. I'll get to meet some lovely people in England, which will be lovely. I'm really looking forward to going to England. It's been something that I've wanted to do, this is my dream holiday, my bucket list. So I'm finally going to be going to England after all these years. It'll be so lovely. I just love the gorgeous little villages, and yeah, and even the wildlife, the robins and all the little cute little animals that we don't have. We have got beautiful birds here as well, but yeah, all the little badgers, and what else we don't have. We don't have hedgehogs. We've got echidnas. We do have squirrels, but they're different to the ones they have over there. So I didn't know. I didn't think we had squirrels, but we do. But they are a little bit sort of smaller, rodent-y looking things. Okay, now, not as bushy-tailed as the ones they got over there. Okay, I think that is where I'm at with that. So I will continue on more of this when I get back, because it needs to be done before August. So I still have a couple of months, which I think I will do, because it's amazing how doing this fills in the space pretty quickly. And just going to be doing embroidery there. So okay guys, well, thank you very much for sitting with me and chatting and seeing some of my goodies and that, and I will catch you well in the next week's video, which will be the collage. But it's all pre-recorded. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. If you are wanting to buy anything on my website, I won't be here. My husband, I've trained him to look into do it. You will get the stuff, but it may, take a little bit before he posts it out. So you're not going to get it as quickly as when I'm home. So, and I'll probably have to say to him, it's in, on the third shelf on the, So, yeah, so just be aware of that. For the month of May, I am not home, and still be able to grab bits and pieces, but yeah, because you know he's not as savvy about it as I am. Anyway, I'll catch you later, and I am super excited. Yay, going off tomorrow. So you'll, I'm sure, see videos on Corinne's YouTube channel as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.